Okay, don't you just hate it, like, right before, like, a big convention or something like that, your face decides to break out and you're just... Bah. Well, I had one of those moments, and it didn't help me that I was in tan and blue makeup the whole entire weekend. So, this last weekend was Matsuricon. I'm just going to do a quick review on it. It was basically shenanigans that went down. Overall, awesome. Very stressful on Saturday just because I had to change a total of 4 different times. Going from the body bronzing to the blue, to the body bronzing to the blue. It was crazy. Got there, I want to say, about mid-afternoon with my friend Dean Rouge. He was in the Nightwing costume that I ended up making him for the weekend. And right off the bat I got into Xehanort. And just went from there. Friday was kind of low-key. Ended up changing into Nightcrawler halfway through the day. Again, a lot of fun, a lot of walking around. I was just trying to get a lot of my roommates settled as far as getting up into the room. And hit 1 or 2 panels. Can't really say a lot went down on Friday. I remember... I don't actually think I went into the panels on Friday. Which kind of sucks, but I did meet up with Netlink Photography. He was doing some filming there. And just did like a rough oddball interview, so it's like, he's putting together a documentary. I can link you to his, photography page down below. Go like it. He does really good work. And just as far as an oddball definition of all these parts that come together for these conventions, you know, it's not just about the cosplay. You know, it's about the staffers actually putting their hard work into these events that they have to throw together, and just there's a lot of planning involved. So it's like these things just don't magically pop out of the water. Friday night, after I got done with that interview, I went back to the room, and me and James got into it for about, I think we started talking literally about either 11 o'clock, 11:30, and we didn't stop until 5 a.m. in the morning talking about the Kingdom Hearts timeline. For those of you who didn't attend, I have the panel already on my page. Of just Science of the Kingdom Hearts. James has this panel running at least for about 2 years now. I think he started Matsuricon 2 years ago. No, either 2 years or last year. I know he's also done one at OhioCon, and I jumped on as a co-panelist last minute for that just to help him out. And for this one, we went into major depth of the Kingdom Hearts timeline, and we were just talking about different theories. I was like, okay, this led to this, this led to this. It's like, okay, how does this all fit together? We nailed it. 6 hours of planning turned into a 20-minute long conversation, and it was beautiful how things turned out. I was just, by the end of it, I felt so sorry for Dean and Jason and Tori and Sam, who were all in not Tori, Taylor and Sam, who were all in our room. It's like they were trying to get some sleep, and we were just running our mouths constantly. I was like, oh my god, will you guys shut up? But who knows? It was just lots of fun. Saturday, woke up, everyone was dead tired from the night before, so me, James, and Taylor got up, went down to the Kingdom Hearts shoot. For those of you who saw the Master Form Sora walking around, that was not me, that was my costume. So I apologize in advance for not telling anybody one of my friends was actually going to be wearing that. Her name's Taylor Lee. She's a younger cosplayer who just wanted to wear something, so I lent her my costume and my keyblades, so that's why you saw my work wandering around. And wasn't actually me, just throwing that out there. Speaking of those keyblades, I'm eventually going to get a raffle for those going, both for my Facebook page and my Tumblr page. The Guardian Soul is probably going to go towards my Facebook page because that's the better of the 2 keyblades. And my Tumblr is probably going to go for Hero's Crest. I have a little bit of touch-up work to do on both of those, but just to deal with them, I haven't had time because it's just been constantly commissions and looking for jobs, and I finally found something last night. I had a 4-hour meeting with this boss guy who, it's a minimum wage job at the mall, but it was just a very detailed process, and he says I'm very professional, yada yada. So I'm going to be doing that over the seasonal work. Going back to Matsuri. Okay, So Kingdom Hearts shoot was at 12 o'clock. That ran over smoothly. It was kind of surprising not to see that many people in Kingdom Hearts cosplays. I think I had about 20 cosplayers total, I want to say. There were a little bit more photographers, which is great, and all their friends showed up and people were taking pictures. I'm used to dealing, with like 40, 50 people, each con. Which is kind of funny because I thought when Kingdom Hearts 3 was going to be announced, I was like, oh, up in arms, everybody got the Organization 13 codes and head out the door. Even though nobody's played like the side games, and all this fun stuff. But yeah, it was a really fun shoot. I hope that I got enough pictures for everybody who's trying to figure out pairings and that, because that's the hardest thing. One of the things you want to do if you're running a photo shoot is you want to try to incorporate everybody who shows up. So that's like covering all the characters, covering all the pairings, doing like the trios and that type of stuff and running down the list and hitting all the games. But yeah, I was kind of surprised that there were as many people as I thought there were going to be. Still managed to get some good shots. After that, took, I think, 2 or 3 minutes outside, doing some more photos with CT Graphy. She got some photos of me with the no-name Keyblade, which turned out amazingly, but that thing is so damn heavy. It's all the fun stuff, just because all the cheating that goes into it, it just makes it very top-heavy. Got into Blue, was a 20-minute makeup job, and then I got back downstairs for the Marvel shoot at about 3 o'clock. Nightcrawler is turning out to be a very fun costume, just because I'm on the balls of my feet the whole entire time, and I have to stay in that position. I got home on Monday, my legs felt like I had been doing squats and were just on fire, so it's like, my legs are fine now, but it's like, Tuesday it really hit me too, and it's like, I am never doing this workout again. It's just funny because I have to do it all again, Cleveland Comic Con. Yeah, so Marvel DC shoot turned out really good. Again, more DC characters than Marvel. Not that big of a deal. I appreciate both sides of that fandom, and it was great seeing everybody. I knew a couple of the Jokers. I'm pretty sure they didn't recognize me because Nightcrawler's a new costume. But yeah, I'm trying to think. Got back into Xehanort for the Science of Kingdom Heart panel, and changed right back into Nightcrawler. Because we did Tea Time with Deadpool at 11, and it was really awesome because I got to run into Scott McNeil, who saw me in the hallways a couple times. He actually complimented me, saying that I was the best Nightcrawler he's ever seen. So it's like, yeah, I mean, it was one of those cons when I was running all over the place and I didn't really get a whole lot done, but it was great because I actually got to see everybody. Matsuri was actually going to be my last con of this year, just because Cleveland Comic Con is October 19th. I got that wrong. I was talking to some people in the halls. It's not the first weekend of October, it's the second. It's Saturday only, $10 at the Doubletree in Independence, Ohio. If people who actually went to Colossal Con like 4 to 6 years ago, that was the old location before we got kicked out just because of size and fire code limits before it moved to the Kalahari. It'll probably be the same case in maybe, 3-4 years depending on how many people come. But Tea Time with Deadpool is actually going to be one of the guests there, so I'm going, not necessarily as a con-goer, I'm going to be going with the team to help out Deadpool and all the shenanigans that are probably going to be happening at Cleveland Comic Con. Again, $10 to register. This is at the door. Doubletree has a deal right now. I think it's like $120 per night if you go to sign up, and it's a one-day thing, so $130 for the weekend if you decide to come down. Please do and support the cause, because Cleveland needs more cons. It's just not even saying that. It's like Northeast Ohio. There's nothing. I think there's like one thing in Akron that the library hosts, and it turns out I don't even know what happened with that. It's just not even worth the time. So it's like A&G was originally from Canton. They moved down to Cincinnati, and then next year they're going to it's literally right across the border after the river. There's a larger convention center that's in Kentucky. So I'm wondering if they're going to be called AG Kentucky now. Maybe, maybe not. And then ColossalCon was originally from the Cleveland area, but they moved due to size, so it's like, I'd really like to see something be Cleveland-based. Not just necessarily because, I mean, Cleveland is an okay city. There's not much to do, but, like, if you get one or two actual conventions going, it's like, that could give the city a lot of business, and I don't want to drive everywhere. It's like, I'd rather drive 30 minutes instead of going 2 hours and 3 hours at a time, so I'm excited for this con, because it's close to me. Nothing ever happens in Cleveland, Ohio. But yeah, so yeah, I'm excited for this con. And then that, again, the reason why I say Matsuri was my last convention is because Cleveland Comic Con is going to be a one-day thing, so that's not a 3-day con. It's where I'm not going to be changing out a lot. It's like I might be doing 1 or 2 minor changes with touching up with a Nightcrawler makeup, but one costume, not that big, and a lot of time I'm probably going to be doing events. And oh, yes, doy. Next weekend after Cleveland Comic Con, it's October 25th and the 26th, I'm actually going to be down in Florida. I'll link the Facebook group information plus the actual website down below as well. Magic of Kingdom Hearts event. I think that's the name of it. I'm not sure. Anyways, Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween weekend is October 25th. They open the parks to anyone in costume. So, Kingdom Hearts cosplayers countrywide are going to both Disney World down in Florida and Disneyland in California to try to see if we can hype the fandom, which is great. So I'm either going to be doing Zigbar because I have the Free Shooter Zig Tumblr account with my friends Wanker's Gonna Wank and then Zolin Deenini. Okay, but yeah. So, or if I can't get the wig done in time, I'm just gonna do Young Master Xehanort because I have that costume done. Heading down with my sister, probably. We got the hotel booked for Friday. Checking out Saturday night. Our plane's gonna get in Friday at 10 o'clock. We're probably gonna hit the park at 11. Stay all day at Disney. And then I don't think our flight leaves until 10 p.m. on Saturday. So that weekend I'm gonna be down in Florida. That's the reason I'm going to be done with cons though, because again, that's gonna be at least a $600 to $700 trip. We already got half the tickets. I think we just have to buy the plane tickets at this point. But I don't have the money to go to Detroit afterwards for Youmacon. I love everybody at Youmacon, don't get me wrong, but I want to dress up as in Disney World as actual Kingdom Hearts characters. So this is a big event for me. I might not do it next year probably because, like, apparently they may be doing this event for KH cosplayers every year. If I can get more people to come down with me next year, it might be experimental, but one thing on that note, apparently Disney is stretching for fire codes, so buy your tickets in advance. I think I paid $72 a ticket after taxes. It was something like that. Just because I'm out of state, I paid a little bit more. But again, if you want to go, buy your tickets soon because they're running out, and once they're out, they're not going to be selling tickets at the door. Again, looking forward to that. That's in a month. No, 2 months now. And the rest of the time from September to December, I'm going to be working at this job and trying to learn Maya and trying to get my portfolio together so I can try to get back into the field. Also, I'm doing a couple commissions, but I'm pretty sure my slots are all called for. And other updates like that. PyoCon we'll probably go to, and I'm not sure what other cons I'm going to for the rest of 2014. Yeah, that's what the number we're at. I don't care. But yeah, I'll talk to you later.